Today, I'm gonna prove to you that you are beautiful. And I'm not gonna BS you about your inner beauty and all of that bull. No, I'm talking about your physical beauty. I'm gonna prove to you that you're stunning, even if you don't believe me right now. Just give me 10 minutes of your time, and I'm gonna prove it to you, okay? Now, let's start with the fundamentals, okay? You are beautiful. You are stunning. And you, most importantly, you are unique in your beauty. I'm going to tell you about a little dating app research that was done a little while back. They looked at women in a dating app, and men had to rate them from 1 to 10. Okay? And all of the women that were traditionally beautiful had scores of, I'm gonna probably butcher like the numbers themselves, but you get the picture. The women with traditional beauty, the normal characteristics that people find to be attractive, they got scores of around, let's say, 7 or 8, and most of the votes were for those numbers, 7, 8. Okay, but the women who had more non-traditional beauty standards, like characteristics to them, like bigger eyes, a bigger nose, bigger ears, or something like that. What they got was a very similar number to those women, but the difference is that some men thought that they were not attractive at all, like that they were 3s or 4s, but other men gave them a 10, and so the average got down to about the same as those who were traditionally beautiful, and even more than that, which means that, sorry to be rude, but one man's junk is another man's treasure. And this applies to both ways, both any gender at all, you know. You might think that you don't follow the traditional standards for beauty, and maybe you don't, and probably you don't, you know, because those standards, they don't exist outside of Instagram and TikTok, you know. Those standards are not real. They are trying, what they do is they unify the term of beauty, but beauty has been a subject of change throughout history, you know. Women, men that we find attractive right now might be considered absolutely disgusting back in the day, you know. So I want you to drop all of those ideas about beauty, because they're not doing you a favor. Look at yourself in the mirror and try to find something that you like about yourself. Like, for example, I didn't used to be very confident in my looks before, and you know, I think I am an attractive guy. I think I am, but I didn't used to think about that. And I also like I have gyno, which is not too bad. I worked out and I fixed my diet and it looks good now. It doesn't look like um it doesn't look too bad. Even people don't notice it anymore, but I used to I used to obsess over that. Like gynecomastia, that's where you have some tissue in your breast as a man, usually a product of your of hormonal imbalances. Now, when you were a kid, mostly, I used to have a fat ass as well. So basically, I had when I was younger, a more feminine build, you could say. But I fixed that, and I know I can still get surgery, even though I know it's not too bad. Like I have a pretty athletic body, but I didn't because surgery can be something that really helps you, but then you're just running away from it, you know. Before you get surgery, before you even start thinking about surgery, first do the inner work to accept what you have and love what you have, because your body is beautiful, your face is beautiful, just the way it is, because it, by default, that's the meaning of perfect, you know. Nature is perfect and you are nature, right? So accept what you have, and even if you are traditionally beautiful, you just look like everyone else. Be yourself. You know, some of the most beautiful actresses and actors that I consider to be absolutely stunning, they have a very, very unique beauty to them. Like, for example, I'm not a huge fan of Anna Taylor-Joy, but she is stunning, and she can get a lot of plastic surgery to look like the Kardashians, you know. But she looks like a very singular beauty, you know. So you're beautiful. You're stunning. And you are brave for carrying your unique beauty. Alright? Now that doesn't mean that you shouldn't put an effort to look as great as you can, you know? For example, you should dress well. Okay? You should dress well. You should eat well, most importantly. Eat good food. And you should put in exercise. But those are very standard things, you know? And I know it's difficult sometimes to get started and to keep motivated. But for me, what worked best was to know that I'm doing it for my health and longevity rather than for looking good, because if you are healthy, you're gonna look good anyways. But yeah, if you know that it's an act of self-care and self-love because you're doing something to feel better, then it's kind of like, technically, you know, it's not even too much of a responsibility. What I've also found out is that I skip workouts sometimes. I eat junk food from time to time, but I always have something easy to fall back on, like a meal that's super easy to make. And if I've done junk food one day, I'm just gonna go to the next day and do my delicious healthy meal. It's still delicious. For example, I consider my standard go-to meal to kind of maintain weight, get protein, and be easy to be just eggs, ground beef, and honey. Whatever works for you, you know. You are stunning. You are beautiful. And I'm not saying that to like just give you these empty affirmations. You are stunning because you are unique. You are unique. You're beautiful. And again, also not saying you shouldn't change, because change is part of beauty. Just be careful how you change, because some changes are irreversible and some come at the expense of your own uniqueness and, frankly, your integrity. Everyone's journey is very different, so I cannot argue with that. And I cannot say what the best course of action for you is. What I can say is that you are beautiful. You are pretty. You're freaking pretty. You are pretty. Just keep that in mind. And I don't want to put people down, okay? So this is not the purpose of what I'm going to say next. But in my country, or at least in my city, it's very popular in culture to have fillers, Botox, everything fake. Boobs, hair, everything. Again, these things are not inherently bad. I think they can be used in a way that's perfectly alright. But it comes mainly from trends here and the desire to look desirable, because we're taught from a very young age that our value comes from our looks. When, it's life is easier if you look well, of course. There's no denying that. But if it comes from a place like that, then I don't think it's healthy. I think it perpetuates a specific standard. So that's for the common well-being, and then for the individual well-being, it's not very sustainable, and it doesn't solve your issues with self-image, because it's a slippery slope after that, to become like a doll. So in a way, it actually takes a lot of courage to be yourself and to carry your unique beauty with confidence, which means that you are confident. You are confident even if you suffer because of how you perceive yourself. You are still pushing through with that. You're pushing through, and that takes courage. You are courageous. You're courageously beautiful. You know that? Every day you decide to continue on and accept yourself. It's difficult. It's not every day is successful, and I know that. But you are beautiful, just the way you are. My best friend and I always had very, very different tastes in partners. And I would tell him that someone I find really hot, really attractive, and he would see a picture and would say, dude, what? They are disgusting. he would he would say they're just ugly, you know? And then yeah, and I thought, oh, maybe I have bad taste. But no, I don't. There's bad taste. I mean, very often, taste is just taste because it's taste, you know, it's unique to you, and you will find someone who appreciates you the way you are. You can even consider yourself like exclusive, because traditional beauty is just very inclusive and everybody likes it. But you need special someone who sees the world in a way in which you are beautiful, and isn't that like really, really special? Like this sounds like ugly cope, I know, but I don't mean it in that way. It's just that this unification, the uniformity of beauty, it's kind of boring, you know, and you're fun, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Start here. Look at yourself in the mirror, start here. Go down here. Stop with your hair, your forehead. What color is your hair? Does it have a special tint in the sun? Is your forehead big? What does that mean? Can you rock a really good bangs? Is your skin smooth there? Take a look at your eyebrows. What's their natural shape? Are they thick? Are they thin? Look at your eyelids. Look at your eyes. You can see a whole world in somebody's eyes. Look at your veins around your face, everything that marks your signature. Look at your ears. Are they like a monkey? I'm sorry. Are they bigger? Are they smaller? Do they have this little bean bag thingy? Or are they in there? What earrings do you wear? How does that define your beauty? Look at your cheeks and look at your nose. Is it long? Have a relatively big nose. Is your nose big? Is your nose small? Do you have wide nostrils? I'm half Armenian, so I have kind of wide nostrils and a pretty big nose. Dude, some women with big noses are absolutely stunning. I just have a friend, Damien, who just loves women with big noses. You know, isn't that great? It can be really hot. My mother is a really beautiful woman, and she has a pretty big nose. Check your other ear. Check here. Check your jawline. Do you have a rounder face? Or do you have a more chiseled one? rounder faces are really cute. It can be really, really feminine. It can really look good with on a man as well, around their face, and then you can complement it with a beard. If you can't grow a beard, that's fine. Look at your lips. What's their natural color? What's their shape? Are they small? Do you have small lips? That's fine. I find women with smaller lips really cute. Sometimes it makes their smile shine even more. Look at your teeth. I cannot tell you the name, but I know a couple of women, and especially men from the UK, with space between their front teeth. They're very beautiful. Look at your neck, look at your shoulders, look at your whole body. Find something that you like about it. Flex it in front of a mirror every day. I do that. I know it sounds narcissistic, but narcissism is very like a pop psych term now, and we're used very lightly now. There's charm in being a little bit egocentric, you know? Just look at yourself in the mirror. I have worked a lot to get the body that I have, and it's been consistent. And there are things I have grown to love about it, and I go in front of the mirror, in front of a flattering light, and I look at myself sometimes, and I remind myself, hey, you're a handsome guy. You guys tell me that as well, which gives me a lot of confidence, and I know that not everyone gets validation from external sources, and we need that. I know that we need that. So give it to yourself first. There is nothing less attractive than a lack of confidence. Okay? Maybe overconfidence and arrogance it's less attractive, to be honest. Yeah, I find it less attractive. There's some charm in being shy, but take a hypothetical woman. Take a hypothetical woman that has a big nose and big eyes, like bulging and stuff. How much more attractive is a woman with a confidence when she's like that? Like, hey, I don't give a shit, you know, I was born this way. I'll put my eyeliner, I'll even fucking put accent on it, you know? I fucking love people like that. They're so attractive because everyone can see that they have a big nose or whatever. And you would expect them to be like, you know, I don't like my nose. No, I love myself the way I am. And you are fucking beautiful. And it might take time, and take your time to build that confidence. I know it's not easy. I used to pretty much hate myself for a better part of my life. And I knew I was kind of attractive physically, but it didn't matter. I couldn't attract the right people because I had no self-respect, no self-love at all. Take your time. Do the inner work. Go easy on yourself. Because you deserve to be loved. You deserve to rest, and you deserve to feel beautiful. So I'm going to leave you now with that. Beautiful human being. And again, I'm gonna say this again. I say human being instead of a person, because person means a mask, persona, and you are a human being. Your true self is human, and being human, you're inherently imperfect. you know? So, I'm not particularly religious, but, God made Adam in his own image, and Adam fucked up, and Eve did a whoopsie as well. So, if God is nature, and nature produced Adam and Eve, fucked us up, then we're pretty much imperfect from the start, right? You're lovely.